Hello everyone. Today in this lesson we are going to discuss about business idioms that you can use at work. Okay, so the first one is a lot on my plate. What does it mean by a lot on my plate? It means that you are very busy with lots of responsibilities. For example, David currently has a lot on his plate, and his boss is on vacation, as his boss is on vacation. Okay? So David has got lots of work as his boss is on vacation. Okay? So if you have a lot in your plate, that means that you're so busy and you don't have time to think about anything apart from that work. Great. Let's discuss another one. It's back to square one. So what does it mean by that? It means that to get back to where it started. For example, we went back to square one after wasting 2 full days. It means that they started work and everything. They did 2 hours and 2 days. Everything they spent time. Again, they came back to the place where it started. So to get back to where it started. So it's just to start again. To go back to square one. So the next one is back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. What does it mean by that? To start all over again. It means that's to start all over again. So let's see an example. We went back to the drawing board after our plan was rejected. We went back to the drawing board after our plan was rejected. So you can use this idiom at work. Back to the drawing board. Backroom boys. What does it mean by that? People who do important work but aren't visible to general public. You know, they do important work. At work. It might be anywhere. They do important work, but they are not visible. They are back. But the people who do less work, they are visible and they get lots of credit for them. Let's look at an example. He resented being a backroom boy when Dave took all the credit. So the next one, ballpark figure. What does it mean by that? It's called a rough estimation. For example, you go to shop and you can say, what is a ballpark figure? You say, what is a rough estimation for that? This whole building like that. Can you give me a ballpark figure as to what this project will cost? Like that, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Bang for the buck. What does it mean by that? Bang for the buck. Something that gives you more value than the money you spend. Yes, then let's listen to an example. Online ads provide more bang for the buck than TV commercials. Something that gives you more value back than the money you spend. So, what is your bang for the buck? Next one is belt tightening. What does it mean by that? It means that rigorous reduction in spending. So, what does it mean by that? So, this is what. Let's look at an example. Our company had to do some belt tightening because of the recent economic downturn. It means that to spend less, you have to, what we said, minimize your spendings, like belt tightening. Okay? And the next one is blank check. What does it mean by that? Complete freedom of action or control. For example, the board has given the company president a blank check to introduce the reforms. Okay, this is what it means. What it means. Complete freedom, of action. You get complete freedom of that particular action. Okay? And the next one is blue collar. I'm sorry, blue collar. What does it mean by that? Someone who does manual labor work, you know, who works labor work at other places. It might be any work who does labor work. They are called blue collar. Okay, As Joe is a blue collar worker at the company warehouse. So that's what it means. Great. And the next one is bottom line. What does it mean by that? Bottom line. A final total of the account or the ultimate deciding factor. It means that I don't need any details. All I care about is bottom line, the final total of the account, the ultimate decision deciding factor. I just need the bottom line. Let's get to the bottom line. We say that, right? Say in some conversations, we just say, let's get to the bottom line. I'm not here to discuss all these things. Let's get to the bottom line. Like that. Yes. Means final decision. We can say that like that. And brain drain. What does it mean by that? Loss of educated workforce to other geographic locations. Loss of educated workforce. It means that, for example, at work there is a lot of brain drain. Means that a lot of educated people are going or getting migrated to other places like that. For example, France suffered a brain drain during economic crisis, right? Most of the educated people went to other places. It means brain drain. We had to suffer brain drain in our company or in our place. The next one is break even point. What does it mean by that? To have no profit or loss at the end of a business activity. It means that there is no loss or no profit. For example, it took us 2 years just to break even. So, yes. Busman's holiday. It's busman's holiday. This means that spending your time doing the same thing you do at work. The same thing you do at work. For example, you are a painter and you do the same work painting your house. So we can say, oh God, today is busman's holiday. You do the same thing that you do at work. For example, the painter spent busman's holiday painting his own house, like that. The next one, by the book. What does it mean by that? It means that strictly according to the rules. Strictly according to the rules. Rules are not to be broken. Barb does everything by the book. He follows every rule in the book, and um, you know, he does not do anything against them. Right? Okay. And now, call it a day. What does it mean by that? If you are calling it a day, that means that you stop working and you just go home. You just stop working. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm finished. Let's call it a day and go home. So that's an example. And the next one is call the shots. Call the shots. It means that to make the important decision. If you are saying call the shots, it means that you make the important decision. For example, who calls the shots? when the boss is out of town? Who calls the shots when the boss is out of town? Who makes the important decision when the boss is out of town? So that's what it means. And the next one is cash cow. What do it mean by that? Consistently profitable business or product. For example, that line of leather shoes is a real cash cow. It means that consistently profitable business and it's not gonna go down. You get profit out of it all the time. That is cash cow. Okay. And what is your cash cow? Great. And the next one, cave in. What does it mean by that? Cave in means agree to something you didn't want to accept previously. For example, the management caved into the demands of the union. Like that. Agree to something you didn't want to accept previously. You know, you at the start you did not accept it, and then after some time you just accept it. So the next one is clamp down on. It means that to take a strong action. You know, the company eventually clamped down on the striking workers. So they eventually took a strong decision on the striking workers. So if you want to take a strong action or a thing, then you can say clamp down on. I'm gonna clamp down on right now. I'm gonna take a strong decision right now, like that. This one is climb the corporate ladder. What does it mean by that? It means that work your way up to higher position in a company. As a higher, it's got spelling mistake in here. So work your way up to higher positions in your work. So you have to work until you get a higher position. Okay, so this he quickly climbed the corporate ladder to become CEO. So it means that he it really very faster. He just accomplished it. So climb the corporate ladder. Great. And when are you going to climb the corporate ladder? Great. And the next one is cold call. What does it mean by that? A call made without appointment to sell something. You know, which is a call, you directly call and they don't know that you are calling for that purpose. It's just a cold call, right? Salesperson were handed a list of numbers to cold call. And when you cold call, there will be many angry customers when you cold call, say. Compare apples to oranges. So what does it mean by that? Comparing two very different things. Two very different things. Comparing life in New York to a small town is like comparing apples to oranges. Like that. And I hope you enjoyed this video and let's meet in another video to discuss about other idioms. Thank you.